Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today's reading will be for the Zodiac Leo. So if you have any dominant placements of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Stellium, which is 3 placements or more in your chart, then this will be your reading for today. Now, firstly, I feel like this Queen of Wands is you. And I feel like I was getting the feeling of that you're holding on to your power. And I think there's something to do with your solar plexus with all this like yellow that I can see standing out. Yeah, I think you potentially have some conflict, some internal conflict. Like you feel there's a need to hold on to whatever power you have at the moment. And I kind of feel like maybe it's not necessary. Like, I feel like it's obviously good to be in our power, but this feels like you're really trying to grab for power. Not in like a malicious way, just like it almost gives me a feeling of like desperation. Like maybe you don't feel like you're very powerful, you know, inside yourself. So you feel like you need to really like cling on to like any power you do have, or, maybe you're exerting like power or like trying to project it outwardly into the world, but like you really, maybe it's because you're not feeling very powerful on the inside. I kind of would feel like your solar plexus is like in overdrive or like working really hard, if that's the case. Maybe you're feeling a little bit of burnout, you're tired of having to feel like you need to be like that, but also the conflict I feel that you have going on at the moment is also tiring. And there's like a need, there's a need here with the Four of Swords for rest and self-care. Now I feel like you potentially don't feel like you can rest. I almost feel like maybe for some of you, there's actually things that you're wanting to say that you don't feel like you can say. And that's also, something you're holding on to. You're holding onto your words, like biting your tongue almost. Yeah, I'm just going to pull some more cards. You could also be, playing your cards close to your chest. If you're wanting to say something and you're holding back, it's like you are holding your cards close to your chest, or like you're trying to hold onto like you're trying to protect your heart, potentially, like you have a big heart and you're trying to stop yourself from being hurt. So you potentially have things that you're wanting to say, but you're holding back in fear of I mean, you could be in like not wanting to hurt the other person, but I actually feel like for most of you it'll be like you're not wanting to get hurt. Okay, so we have the Fool and the Empress here. This definitely feels like something you're working through at the moment. I'm just wondering if you're needing to, you know, speak your truth maybe. It's almost like I'm just noticing here like how red their face is. You could be suppressing a lot of rage or anger, and you do really need to express it verbally. And this doesn't mean you need to express it maybe the person that you're wanting to, but I do feel like there is some need to work through it. I think if you did this, it would potentially clear up any blockages in your solar plexus or your heart. And I think it would this makes me feel like surrendering to like the process. I also feel like it will offer a new beginning. I think that you will ultimately, by doing this, you will, it's, what am I trying to say? You'll feel more whole. Like you'll feel a void. I don't know, it seems contradictory. All right word. Yeah, because like, you know, I'm saying you like clear a blockage, but I also feel like it'll fill some hole that you potentially have too energetically. It'll make you feel a bit more whole where you won't need to protect yourself. So for most of you, I think maybe it will like clear a block in your solar plexus, potentially maybe your heart, and also fill a hole in your heart if you've been hurt in the past, and this is the reason why you're, I guess, projecting confidence or really like holding on to whatever power you have at the moment. It feels like it's out of like necessity for you to hold like your composure or something like that. It might be helpful for you to wear yellow at the moment. Yeah, because like this dress, these clothes here. Yeah, I think wearing yellow might be really helpful for you. And I think if you can find a way to express this like pent up emotion, it will open up a new opportunity for you. And I think you'll give yourself a gift. I feel like part of this gift could be like a self-determination. Like maybe if you've been stuck with being motivated, you could actually find it really like puts you in like a trajectory of being very determined and motivated internally within yourself without needing others to externally motivate you, or like you know, not looking for anything externally. It could be helpful for you to work with amethyst at the moment. Amethyst is very healing. Yeah, wow. Page of Swords again. I think you're learning how to express yourself in ways that are not self-sabotaging, I guess, you know, in healthy ways. I also think you're learning to be more in tune with your feminine energy, whether you're feminine, like whether you're female or male, or however you identify. I think it's helping you get in more touch with your feminine energy and being more receptive. There's also a level of being vulnerable with yourself. I think it's in regard to expressing yourself and actually acknowledging potentially like the past hurt that you've been through and how you're generally feeling about it, and allowing yourself to express it and being vulnerable with yourself during that time, and having compassion with yourself, letting yourself rest. It's like at the moment you're needing to tend to your own garden. Like it's a little overgrown and it just needs some TLC. So yeah, I think that's it for you, Leo. I hope that resonates for you, and I hope that provides you with some clarity or insight to your situation. Remember just to try and surrender to the process and be compassionate with yourself while you're working through some subconscious things, I think, that are potentially going to come up. You learn to manage, it's like emotionally regulate while you're having big feelings. Yeah. Anyway, Leo, let me know in the comments how that resonates for you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.